What is up, legends? It's your boy Scion, and we are going to talk about things that I wish I knew when I started this game. Now, some of the stuff is pretty much just coming from experience, and remember, I only went up to level 40 in the Asian version of this game, so I didn't know anything past level 40, and everything else I just kind of like had to learn. So the very first thing is one of the major questions I get now, since I answered most of all of the questions that people have been asking majority, but one of the major questions now is who should you focus on? And my opinion in that is it should be Taisia. Taisia is the character that you should max. Everybody free to play to whale should be able to easily max this character. There's enough currency in the game, even after the fact where you're stuck at just basically grinding, which is what I am now, because there's nothing else really for me to do. I did all the content. You still get currency after the fact because the novice mission gives a lot of currency after the fact, and doing that, you get like maybe like 500 currency a day just from normally playing, if you care to get the 500 currency, plus if you have anything else that you need to farm out, along with the achievement stuff that you can farm out with. Now, the reason why Taisia is so important is because she's the top DPS in the game, and she negates a lot of the mechanics in the game, which I showed you last video, like with that boss. She has a rapier range and can poke and still do her max damage just from basically poking. And as you can see, like, look at that 50k that she's doing. Like, she literally does actually do that, by the way. That's just her max component right there that they're showing off. But you can get her relatively high and close to that to do that particular damage. And imagine you're doing the 50k that fast every hit. Like, that's ridiculous. I can already see my character start to push towards that, and I'm actually working on that right now. Now, once you get to the end of step 9, what ends up happening is you get 30 of the Aramis, which what you're supposed to do after that fact, which pushes her towards her 6-star. Now, me right now, I think I'm at 5-star. And let's go over. Yeah, 5-star. And in order to actually push that 6, I need to get 10 more. Now, here's a caveat to that. You have your talents, and once you get to a point in talents, it starts taking your Taisia items. Like, it starts taking that. Which, again, something that I didn't pay attention to first time around, because I was using the auto unlock, and I had like 4 pieces of her, and I ate them, basically getting up to floor 3. I didn't necessarily want to do that, even though I did get stats and power and stuff like this. I wanted to get her to 6-star first and then worry about this, but I didn't know that it was actually eating this. So this is just something that I just honestly didn't know, because obviously I wasn't high enough to actually do this on the Asian version. And it kind of tells you, though, that it's going to eat it, so I just didn't pay attention. But just a heads up that if you hit the auto unlock, it's going to eat her pieces, and go ahead. So that's a warning. So now I'd still have to go in and summon and get these pieces, and I have until the 28th to actually do that. I want to kind of see what the next character is and just get the next character. I don't specifically need to do the 6-star right now, but I am suggesting that everybody do it. I'm going to eventually do it. It's just that I just want to see what the next character is, and if it's going to be relatively useful, and if it's a tank, is it going to be a good tank, and all that type of good stuff. And yeah. So the next thing, real quick, in Redeem, when you head over to Aramis, this is where you get her parts, and you're only going to get 30, depending on if you get a dupe of her or not in the actual summon. So you're only going to get 30 every time you summon after step 9, so you're only going to get 1 piece. So technically, you're going to need to summon at least 7 or 8 times after that, depending on if you get a dupe or not, to max her out to get to 6 stars. So just keep that in mind if you want to do that type of investment or go summon and do something else. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is the hidden character that's actually in here, because it's the only way to actually get this character. Now, Murasaki is actually a hidden tank character in here, and she, how do I actually look at that? You can, is it chance details? There it is. Here she is. Murasaki's right here. This is the only way that you can actually get her. You can't get her any other type of way. And it's basically luck. And it's super luck on top of that to actually do it. So there she is. She has a very interesting tank set. She's a reflect tank. And what that basically does is she's going to basically put damage back towards the enemy. A lot of damage actually back towards the enemy. And the actual only way to get her mech is to piece it together. And sometimes it's going to actually be in here and you're going to see her, which is not right now. I will refresh one time just for the video, the 50 crystals. I'm like, whatever. See if it actually happens. It did not happen, which is fine. I just, again, that's something that I wish I had known, because I just thought maybe you would get her somewhere else, and I probably could have pieced it together already right now, because it's been like we almost been a whole month that the game has been out, and I wish that I had kind of known that from the start, because I would have, you know, put together her mech in here. Even though I don't have her, she eventually probably will come out sooner or later. I don't know if she's actually in the recruitment queue. You know, I got Nova here, so anything's possible, because Nova wasn't basically like just showed up everywhere. So we'll see what happens when it comes according to that. I don't know what they're doing outside, but they're kind of annoying me, but I guess I got to deal with it. Next thing, you have two characters over here that are probably should be focused on. One, oh, I'll leave this up to you. Elizabeth is a buffer, a very good buffer. Her AoE damage is trash. The way that she attacks normally is trash when you actually have her her mech. If you have her mech and you decide to go ahead and actually get it. She's a very good buffer, and she'll do good damage to go along with your Taisia, or if you go with Rin. My also other suggestion is don't focus too much on Aya. Like, if you get her in the summon quick, then, you know, all fine and good, but don't focus too much on that, even though they give you her mech and everything else like that. Aya is a good carry early, but she vastly gets overpowered by, she actually even gets overpowered by Evelyn. So it's up to you if you want to focus on that. I wouldn't. If I was you, I would just focus on Rin and Taisia and the summons banner, and kind of like avoid the Aya banner. It seems like a little bit of a trap. Once I got Aya, I summoned twice on Aya's banner and got her, and it was gone. I never came back to it after that. So, you know, like, I'll literally show you. See, it's on step. Like, I summoned twice, I got Aya, I was gone. I was out. So definitely make sure. This is also good for you guys who maybe want to re-roll. Seeing this, if you're gonna re-roll, you decide that your account is trash or whatever else like that stuff, like, re-roll and max Taisia 100%. And then once you get to step 9, you got Taisia up to 5-star. Turn your attention to Rin, because you're gonna have more than enough free currency to actually do that. Both of them combined together is good, that you don't even really need a tank. However, we're going to talk about tank in a bit. And they can carry by themselves, literally. And in fact, Ren, because of her heal regen, acts like a tank anyway. So, you know, this neither here nor there. But definitely focus on Elizabeth. And Elizabeth, you can actually get out in the world on bounties as well when you look at it. So she's actually not that hard when it comes down to it to max out. And there she is right there. Like, you can get her files right there. You can focus on her. You can do the same thing with VO. I didn't mean to click on that, but you also have Aita, and there's another character here as well, which is Michelle. Those are the bound. Oh, I forgot about Jessie too, but you get Jessie a lot in the summons that you don't even really need to actually worry too much about that. And they do come out, because I have actually gotten those characters. I have actually gotten those characters and that particular stuff. Now, another thing that I wish I had known is to not use. I've said this in the gold video, but I'm going to say it again here just in case you guys have not actually got to the point of doing that yet. Is not finishing the Shadow Cabrero, because that would make things a whole lot easier on me. When you don't finish it, you can just infinitely farm it and just, you know, go ahead and get gold as much as you want. You don't have to actually do anything. You do have to keep clicking it to make it go in and farm, but I wish I hadn't done that. And it's just, you know, we're just pointing that out there. We got to add that. The same thing, I only did this one time because I actually didn't care and I just did it for the video, but don't use your chips until you're level 60, because that actually increases your power that you need to actually do some good damage. So you can end up getting the goodies, even though I don't have much on them right now because I kind of forgot about them, truth be told. Here's my chips right here. So I got a counterattack chip on this one and defense chip on this one, which is health. And that's what we got right there. Like you see that, that's a good jump. Then, you know, I'm at 46,000 on just this one mech Tycia. Like I said, you just want to focus and give as much as you can to her, and she will carry you through a lot of content. Like just literally just solo fights, main fights, everything. It's like she'll just carry you through. Now, one thing that I wish I knew, I just didn't know how good this character was. Why is she not here? Did I do it? Oh no, I just put her here. Okay. So, as you can see, Sovig is probably the best tank in the game, arguably. Some people will probably say different, but for a blue character, it's kind of like crazy how useful this character actually is. And she's a cutie, a little thick cutie right there. Her face is weird, but whatever, you can deal with that. She doesn't have any skins, so it's kind of... That's her talking. That's the thing. All right, so her skills. She will throw out a shield that will reduce damage taken and shield everybody. Every 6 seconds, she'll boost evasion of a random teammate for 10 seconds. She'll boost her health right there. And because she is a blue character, she's relatively cheap to actually skill up. You see, I haven't actually skilled her up yet because she's only level 1 and I just haven't used her yet. Because I don't really need to, because I pretty much did everything that I need to do in the beginning. But I had known about her sooner, I probably would have never even built Aya's mech and put resources into Aya's mech, because I did. And I would probably put resources into her. Again, I don't really need her right now because, you know, I just kind of did everything else. But this is like the best tank in the game, and technically it's just basically free. It's straight up free because she comes out so much. You get her up to 6-star. You probably even can evolve her relatively easy as well. I just haven't, but she's a blue, and you can just, you know, she can be OP for free, basically. Like, this is an OP ass tank for free. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, you put in your little stuff into here if you see fit. But definitely, I wish I had known this earlier because I would have invested in it earlier. Again, I don't really need it right now, but I'm going to eventually do it when it comes to a point where I'm going to need somebody tanky to support my team. Right now, I just DPS through the team. The other thing that I wish I had done a little bit faster is I don't think I actually even have her out here anymore. I might have benched her, but let's put her out there now. And it's Viola, which there she is in her mech, and she is a somewhat built, so I don't really have to necessarily worry about that. This is just a piece together mech, and what you want to do with her, because the way that she heals is she's going to heal for crit, and what you need to do, being that she's going to heal for crit, is make her attack speed quicker and make her... Let's actually get to her train. Give her energy recharge so she gets her skill back faster. So you want this to actually come back faster. And that'll actually allow her to actually heal people. Plus the Blessed by Fate which you see her critical hits at a 50% chance of recharging health. Allies equal to 25% of her attack. So you want her to attack as fast as possible and multiple things as possible and increase on her attack. So she basically is going to do more damage and heal for more, which gives you more sustain, which kind of like negates the reason or need to actually have a tank, because you can just throw out, like I guess like I did with Ren and Tycia. I'm just leaving them out there and she'll basically sustain them without me having to actually throw out the tank, which just throws out more DPS, and you know, she has critical boost and, you know, attack boost, all that type of stuff. So that's essentially what I want to do. However, there's going to be points in the game where you are going to have that tank, and I'll just go like a traditional Holy Trinity with the tank, DPS, and heals, and probably just straight up just wreck out, because I've watched a few videos and I literally watched somebody with a speed Viola. I don't know how they did it, obviously, because it's an Asian video, but they had like a speed Viola, and it was just like a straight heal stream, and I was like, bro, I need to be about that life. Like I need to be about that life. I know it was probably later in content and stuff like that, so they had things to, you know, facilitate doing that, but I still was like, I need to be about that life. That looks like it's extremely good and extremely fun. So yeah. And the last thing that I wish I had paid attention to, even though I don't regret this, is the use of my wedding ring. Now, because I am putting a lot of resources into Tycia, I also want to put the wedding band on her, so I'm pretty much going to have to pay for it, basically, now, because I already put one on Ren and Aya, both of them. I know you're like, how you going to marry two different people, but this game lets you do that. So, but I'm definitely not regretting Aya, because Aya got the cutest, adorable, like, you coming to get me type of wedding picture photo thing going on right now. Tycia looked like a straight hoochie. Like, I'm going to show you. So I don't regret it. She thick and all, and but she looking kind of hoey. I think I like this better, cause she looked more regal, and this one ain't bad either. She like a badass right here. But this one right here is like you married a stripper. So I'm like, okay. Okay. So yeah, that's all I got in this one right now. Again, I'm just saving currency, and I haven't really done much of my daily stuff today. I just wanted to talk about this video and get it out, because this is the last of the questions that I've been asked, and just so you guys know, so you can, if you're going to re-roll, what you should focus on and that type of good stuff. And yeah, so I'll catch you guys next video. Peace and good luck on your content. Thanks for watching another video by me, Scion Storm. If you like what you see here, please by all means like, subscribe, share with all your friends. It really helps me out, and I appreciate everybody who stops by. One love and be legendary. Peace.